I talk about China.
China.
Yeah, China. And, you know, we saw a lot of this during COVID. Like, what are we dependent on? But we're dependent on China for food. And a lot of people don't recognize that.
China is coming for us. I tell people, I'm like, if you look at Mao during the Chinese Industrial Revolution, the Great Leap Forward, Mao knew that he needed nuclear technology. There's been 5 emperors in China. Emperors, that's what I'll call them. Dictators, whatever. Leaders, great ones, whatever. Dragon lords. So like microaggression. And so, but if you look at what they did, he understood that they needed nuclear technology. So what did he do? He traded food to the Russians in exchange for nuclear technology, starved his own people. 30 million people died during peacetime, and he got the nuclear weapon. They have a 5,000-year plan. All right. They understand that by enslaving their own people for cheap labor, because Americans exist for consumption. I want it now, and I want it cheap. And it's like my house. I go in there. How much shit do I need? Right? It's cheap. It's only $3. Another potato peeler. You never know. So.
How many potato peelers did you actually have in
5.
the house? Okay,
I did have 5.
That's a lot.
I did have. I kept 2. Okay. Shout out to Cuisinart. But I was like, if you look at them, they're smart, because what they did is they understood the American psychology. They understand that Americans are overconfident. Because from childhood, they're told, you're the best, you're good. You get praised for things you never deserved. They're entitled and lazy. Chinese are the opposite, right? So they're like marching forward to their 5,000-year destiny. And so what do? We outsource everything to them for super cheap goods, and in turn, handcuff ourselves to them, right? Including our medications. The world's most critical medications are made in China. And so, you know, China is on the move, and their military is now expeditionary. They're providing aid to foreign countries. They've got their jets, and they got hypersonic missiles. And let me tell you something. They're not over here like trying to pass the PT test. Okay. Oh, got to go to FEP because I didn't make it. By the way, my rights matter. You don't toe the line in the Chinese army. You wind up as biochar, okay? No need for you. And Xi Jinping said that, if we try to stand against the Chinese, this was 2 months ago in a live speech. He stood on their show of force, and he said, you will meet a great wall of steel made by 1.8 billion Chinese that are unified. What are we over here? Like, don't go over here. Like, I don't like you. Like, so they banned all girly men on TV. There is no boy bands allowed. Social media turns off at 10 o'clock at night. And what are they preparing for? To be a world leader. And who are they in lockstep with? The Russians, right? And because they see the United States dwindling. Because consumption, consumerism, entitlement, overconfidence, and this desire to tell people what's right and wrong. Like we have these things, and then what happened in Afghanistan, right? We're no longer a force for good. We better rethink, because this enemy is not like an Afghani running around in pajamas. These dudes are probably genetically modified. Who knows what they're going to do? They might unzip their fake Chinese bodies and come out and just be like, who knows, right? They are genetically modifying super soldiers. Forbes just had a thing on them. So we are facing a time right now where this entitlement and all these things that we have are coming home to roost on us. And, buyer beware, because if the cable breaks, if the earth even burps, okay, if it just rumbles in the wrong place and the power goes out for, say, 2 months, millions upon there won't be enough excavators to dig the holes for the bodies that will burn. People can say, oh no, but it's the truth. Think about it. If you're living in a $25 million high rise on the 98th floor and the power goes out, where do you get your next sandwich from? By the time you make it down, every store will be gone. All the food will be gone. There will be no water. Your well pumps won't work. Just think about it. Life is held together by a cable. And we never think that cable is going to ever break. And you know who's holding part of that cable? Network is China. And I don't think that China would have picked a fight with us, but I think we've picked a fight with them. And because here we are just bloating, and they're refining. So, I mean, if Putin invades Ukraine, I bet you see China go after Taiwan simultaneously. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
And then they could launch hypersonic missiles and vaporize our fleet in 2 seconds. And then it's either go nuclear or stand down.